Hi everyone, it's Chance Wilkins, aka Cyrax. We need to have a little discussion about this upcoming Thursday. I know that many trolls are interested in my court case, and I can see why, because it's going to be national news, and I just need you trolls to know that you need to stay away from me. Okay, if you say anything bad about me or bring up my past, that has nothing to do with the court case. Why? Well, because it doesn't retain to what you guys do to me. All right? Listen, all right, what I did to Blind Billy, it's your guys' fault. All right, it was the high school's bullies' fault for making fun of me. Then I couldn't find any romance, so I had to go after Blind Billy. So that's your guys' fault. And strangling Sally, that's also your guys' fault. All right, if you guys didn't trick me over the internet, I wouldn't be so desperate for some damn coochie, and I wouldn't be having to run around online trying to find of age consenting adults. Definitely, just trust me, bro. To do hanky panky with. Now, here's what you guys need to understand. I'm not gonna let you guys make another red cent off my name. Alright? Coming this Thursday, I'm going to have millions of dollars from John, Southern Harlot, and William, and they're all gonna be my bitches. They're gonna be working in the Sally Underpants mine, bringing me more for my collection, as well as millions and millions of dollars. All right. You know, I never talked to kids. All right. I said I was a hemophile. A hemophile, not a hebephile. You guys misheard that. It's not my fault that you got your ears plugged up with all this internet bullshit. All right. Now, just so you know, when I'm a billionaire, I'm gonna buy an island. I'm gonna buy an island, and, we're not gonna talk about what happens on the island, just so you know. All you guys need to know is that coming this Thursday, I'm gonna be free, and your guys' mama should have spat instead of swallow. Southern Harlot, you are a I can't say the word on YouTube, but you are a deviant act enjoyer. John, your brother's dead. Get over it. He did that to himself. All right, he deserves it for what he did to me by pointing out all my mistakes that weren't actually mistakes. Everything I do is in self-defense, so it doesn't really matter what I do as long as it makes me happy. And Sally's immortal. Sally's going to live forever. You bitch ass trolls are going to give me the money I need so when she dies, I'll be able to get Rax Island and the mansion and all the video games I want and be the next Markiplier. I already am the next Markiplier, as well as a rock star, audio engineer, professional fighter, all that stuff. And you guys just need to leave me alone. Your trolls is mamas is your daddies, and your sisters is your aunties, and your grandma's your mom, and your grandpa's your stepdad. All right, looking at kids all day. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. So you need to mind your guys' own damn business before. Uh, it, you guys saw that too, right? Nah, it's nothing. Anyway, I am perfectly mentally sound, and the Akron PD says so. If I really was a child enthusiast, why wouldn't they arrest me? Why wouldn't they arrest me if I really was delusional? Why do you guys watch me online and get millions of dollars in views and off my content, bro? let's go is my trademark word. And y'all need to just lay off, you lovers of ignorance. You bundle of sticks. Now, if you excuse me, I have some business I need to take care of. What's that business? Oh, just some stuff I'm preparing for the court day. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry your dumb cue ball looking head about it. And if you question me again, you're going into the wood chipper, wood chipper, wood chipper. Oh no, it's William Gloryhole. Trolls, please save me. Please save me. Mom, Ed, please save me from the bullies. Sorry about that. I'm a big fan of theatrics. I wanted to look into Cyrax. Locals are kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. And, I just feel like Cyrax is about to, collapse. I just feel it in my bones, man. And, I wanted to at least give my 2 cents before he ends up homeless. This guy's a nutcase. And, the fact that he's allowed to just, be free because, he's not gonna hurt anybody. He's in his house. That's just blatantly not true. All right? And I get Akron's statute of limitations when it comes to certain online activities, but there's documented evidence all over the place. He is an extremely unstable individual, and I believe he's gonna hurt somebody one of these days. He's already hurt people. Blind Billy, Sally, he's already hurt people. And, I believe he's going to snap, especially when he's on the street and homeless. He's going to do whatever he can to defend himself, his words, and he's not gonna, run to the police for help unless if he, feels like he can't take somebody. But I just feel like he's going to feel scared and he's going to lash out like a violent animal, or he might just pull a Rupel and bike past a child. At that point, what would he actually have to lose at that point? What would he actually have to lose? The only thing keeping him from doing that right now is the fact that he's locked inside by his grandma all day, every day. And, a part of me wants to feel bad for Sally. I'm very sympathetic towards the elderly, but I just feel like this is kind of her fault. It's completely her fault. She just never really let Cyrax face an actual consequence. And I think it's also fascinating that this guy didn't work at Denny's with his grandma. He was coloring in a coloring book at the time. Why wasn't he, helping do dishes and stuff? He was 23 years old. Sally just wanted to protect her baby so much, and she basically kind of told him, oh, it's okay, sweetie, you can do whatever you want, and never really instilled any values into him. Of course we know Chance says differently, but I mean, come on. And, I feel like this is just a really big failure waiting to happen for the Akron PD, and that almost seems inevitable at this point. It's like watching a car crash, and you can't look away from it. But yeah, I want to give my 2 cents before I dive into some video clips to kind of demonstrate my points on just completely how unstable Chance is, and specifically why I think he's going to hurt somebody or bike pass somebody. If you know, you know. I'd like to say before covering lolcows, I feel like it's good to have self-awareness. I'm pretty sure this video is going to attract a new audience. So hi, welcome to my channel. I do boxing stuff. No, I'm not good at it. Yes, I'm aware I'm not good at it. I need to go to like a gym or something. I just kind of do it at home as a self-taught hobby. I'm not good at it. I'm still debating on going to the gym or not. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I also play video games. I make videos running my gums sometimes, but enough about me. Let's get right into the clips. Alright, before I start, thank you to N-Word Boy and Goblin Records. The biggest W's to the boys. Thank you guys for getting these clips together and for allowing people to use them. Very cash money. This first video is actually the video where Chance gets in a fight with Ed, or presumably gets in a fight with Ed. And, this is like one of the main reasons why I think he's going to snap out in public. You do realize that this is probably basically every night, right? Like, this isn't just a one-off thing. I imagine living in that house is literal hell. It stinks, it smells, it's dark, it's like hopeless. There's no escape. Man, do I really hate Chance Wilkins. I try not to like hate anybody, but there's just something about Chance Wilkins that really gets my blood boiling, and you already know why, I'm assuming.
Hang on, 1 second. What?
Put it down.
You're embarrassing me, Mom.
Can I just call my phone?
No, I can't. No, I can't. It doesn't work that way.
How does it not work? I got text now.
Well, I don't have it.
You know you can call from your regular phone.
Oh, shit.
Mom, you can.
You can see his like little album right there. He's got hung up like it actually means something, like it's a real album.
Use your regular phone to call me like that now.
You've never told me that.
Yeah. I thought
And you would hear it on your phone anyway. I think it's loud in your ears. Turn it down.
I kind of have to have it up for what I'm doing. I don't really have a choice.
You see, like, that's mainly what I wanted to get to. I don't have a choice. That's the mentality you have if you're Chance Wilkins. Like, he doesn't have a choice for a sexual partner, so he has to go to unscrupulous means in order to get one, or at least attempt to get one. Thank God he hasn't get one. I messed it up. Thank God he hasn't got one, and thank God that there's no way that he's capable of reproducing. Everything's a justification. There is no choice. Like, yelling at his grandma, fighting with his family. He said something in a recent video during, like, this recent court date arc that got me thinking. Like, he said he's gonna revolutionize the American court system and do stuff he's never done in court before, and the first thing I'm thinking is, oh, he's gonna pull his wiener out in court. That's nice. But, it's like he thinks that he could just, like, do whatever he wants, and there's no consequences. You know why? Because there really hasn't been any consequences. I mean, sure, he got punched by Marty, and he got punched by Low T, but all the other stuff, Sally and Ed just kind of clean up for him. And it's interesting because he always told Marty, "Oh, you're hiding behind mommy and daddy's money to sweep your mess under the rug." When that's exactly what he does. And it's so funny to me because he literally says the stuff he does to trolls in order to hide from it, because if he ever made that connection himself, it destroy him, and he probably couldn't handle living in that reality. He'd go Minecraft himself.
Yeah, you do have a choice.
No, I don't. Not until I get a new setup, I don't.
Toys. You see toys. It's always about either children or toys, or children's toys, or children's with toys with Chance Wilkins. It's ridiculous.
Keep it down.
Mom, I don't have a choice. I have to have it up in order to do what I'm doing.
Then I will disconnect the goddamn thing. I'm tired of this bullshit.
So what you're saying is you want me to give up now?
Ed.
So basically you're wanting me to stop everything I'm fucking doing.
No, you don't have to say it that loud.
Well, like I said, I don't have a
It's
choice.
whatever.
I'm drinking water.
You guys really don't get it. I don't have a fucking choice but to have it up. It's all I have a... Well, you don't...
Oh, right. I should probably mention that part of the reason why this is so important to him is because he's convinced that he can make, like, a YouTube following and earn millions of billions of dollars off of being a content creator. That's why he's so pissed off when he gets interrupted by his mommy and gets, spanked a bit. But, I mean, YouTube is fun, but, like, make it a side hobby, It shouldn't be the place you put all your eggs. It should just be a little side hobby, and if it takes off, it takes off.
I don't have a fucking choice right now. I wish I could, believe me. And besides, you need to stop your fucking yelling, otherwise you're gonna... Well, I fucking... I do give her fucking respect. Whatever, asshole. I do give her fucking respect.
Stop it right now.
Hey! That's what you get, asshole.
Get upstairs!
And you hear the terror in Sally's voice. When I heard this for the first time, I almost I almost went berserk. It made me viscerally angry. And, I wanted to go do something to Chance, but, don't touch the poop. And that's the best part. I don't even have to do anything. Because I already know that there's crazy people out there that'll go take care of it for me. Low T did it. Music Biz Marty did it. I'm pretty sure when the homeless arc happens, the fine citizens of Akron, Ohio will do their due diligence to keep the predators in line.
That's what you get.
Knock
Get off, asshole, now.
Get upstairs!
Go ahead, swing on
Get
me.
upstairs!
Go ahead, I'll
Get
knock you out.
upstairs!
Swing on me, I'll knock you
You
out.
want me to call cops right now?
They ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, they will.
Well, it's kind of funny he says that, because the only reason the cops don't do anything is because he hides behind Sally and Ed. And they think that he's mentally deficient and incapable of hurting people. The problem is, though, is he does hurt people. This is literal video evidence of him hurting people. And granted, while it's not, filmed, I mean, it's very obvious what's happening, and it just feels like Akron PD doesn't really want to do anything about it because they think it's going to be too big of a hassle. And it's actually kind of given Cyrax what he feels like diplomatic immunity, to where he could just do whatever he wants because he thinks he's untouchable. because, nothing super drastic has ever happened to him before. He's always bounced back. And, that lolcow plot armor is going to last for so long. And, you and me, we kind of, giggle at this, and we think Cyrax is a weak buffoon. But keep in mind, Sally and Ed are pretty old. They have health issues. They have trouble sleeping. I doubt their nutrition is very good. And can you imagine the stress and the smell in that house? I also don't imagine they have, any friends or whatever, or anyone to talk to. That's why we got the Edstein files, because Ed is literally so desperate and lonely and just feels like he has nowhere to go.
You need to knock your shit off. Violence ain't the answer, now knock it off. You're not gonna get hurt no more, stop it! Stop it! Punk ass bitch! Stop it! Do that again! Did you just break? What did you just break? Nothing, he fucking threw something at me. I'm gonna work you.
In Minecraft, I would like to Hunger Games 1v1 Cyrax, and I think it'd be very fun to, put this punk in his place in Minecraft. And, I think you guys know what I'm talking about, but, man, just hearing him be such a tough guy to such elderly people, it kind of makes you want to do something about it, And I wish the Akron PD would do something about it.
I have a right to fight back, you piece of shit! Knock it off with the violence, you punk ass! Violence ain't the answer! Fuck you too, bitch boy!
Sorry, Ed's fuck you got me. It's funny because Ed tells Cyrax not to say fuck you in front of the cops, but then he says fuck you to Cyrax. Oh man, I guess I'm kind of numb to this or whatever because I've seen the video before, but it's meh.
Get out of here, kid! Now! You need to stop with the violence, Ed! I'm tired of you causing violence! Ow! God damn it! Stop it, you two! Stop it! Stop fucking using violence! It ain't the answer! You need to stop the violence shit! Stop it! Stop it! Just get upstairs! Do it again, I'm calling... Get upstairs! You do it again, I'm calling the cops on you!
It's rich that he thinks he could call the cops on Ed, and I'm pretty sure Chance was the first one who started with the violence to begin with. He literally said that's what you get, and now it could have been because Ed went to go swing on him or whatever, but even then, I mean, that's an elderly guy. Why can't... Chance literally could have just, went upstairs into his room and just not have fought back. Sally was giving him the opportunity to go upstairs. And, I'm not sure if you know this. I'm sure if you're here, you're probably already deep in the Cyrax lore to begin with. But they actually lock him in his room. They have a lock on the outside of his door because they're afraid that he's going to hurt them in the middle of the night while they sleep. Because he told them that he was going to do that one time, and that followed by this. Not to mention they don't trust him around the dog, and they don't trust him to not steal their things.
Your ass upstairs now! I'll call the cops. If you fucking swing. Go ahead. you fucking think violence is the answer, motherfucker. I'm tired of you. Just go upstairs, please. Stop fighting words with violence. You need to stop using violence, motherfucker.
Goddamn, getting him upset.
He needs to stop using violence.
I said get your ass upstairs.
And you need to stop supporting it. By you defending your
Get
support.
upstairs.
Then stop supporting his
I
violence.
said get upstairs.
Stop supporting his violence.
You're the one that's violent.
No, I'm not. I ain't doing shit to you.
You see, like, Sally's like, you're the one that's violent, and, you know, I fully believe that. Like, you know, I think Cyrax has some bloodlust issues. He tried to attack Marty, even though Marty is like Goliath compared to Cyrax. And unlike David, Cyrax doesn't have the capacity to throw a rock at Goliath's head. Instead, he'll just try to eat the rock, you know?
Oh, really? I'm not the one that threw something. Fuck you.
It's, ignore that, but that's basically whatever. The information of where he's at's already out there, but I never realized Ed said the address. He's using it to, like, make fun of Cyrax for giving away where they live. But, you know, like, Ed's just saying it himself. He's literally, like, pulling the grenade pin and just charging into Cyrax. Like, he took him out, but at the cost of himself.
You. Fuck you. I did not do shit to you. You threw something at me first. I didn't do shit to you. You need to stop thinking violence is the answer. You know, Mom, you can defend that piece of shit all you want. I'm packing my shit up and I'm leaving.
And where's he gonna go? The playground? Is he gonna live in, like, the little plastic structure waiting for kids to come on by? I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, think before you speak.
I'm tired of you using violence on me, bitch. You need to stop using violence all the time. Then stop using violence. And stop the answer. You need to stop defending that piece of shit, Mom.
Upstairs now.
And you're a scumbag. And you're a pussy ass bitch.
Stop it.
See, there you go, trying to use violence. You need to.
Free my boy Rugrat. Rugrat didn't do anything wrong.
I'm tired of you using goddamn violence. You need to stop using violence, man. That ain't the fucking answer. Come on, you motherfucker. You really want to lay you out? You really want to lay you out?
You know, it's kind of interesting to think about, like, what does everyone think's gonna happen first? Do we think that Sally is gonna die and Chance is gonna end up homeless first? Or do we think that, you know, Ed's gonna have enough and go take care of business and go beat him up really bad to the point where he's unable to scream or do any of this stuff anymore? And, you know, I would say, do you think Chance is going to leave? But we all know that's not really going to happen unless if he's forced. Like, I mean, he did say that a couple times, like, oh, I packed up my stuff. He had a suitcase full, like, a few clothes and stuff, not nearly enough, to make a 13-day walk to go see a single mother so he can spend the rest of his life with her in the homeless shelter. And no food, of course, but You know, I'm sure he was serious about it at the time, but then I think what happened is he just kind of bluffs it a bit, and then when it comes to like actually doing some kind of action to leave his house, his grandma's house, then he's like, wait, well, then I won't get free Hot Pockets anymore, or like free internet, and I'll actually have to like go take care of myself and build a life for myself.
Mom, you don't deserve this shit, Mom. You don't deserve it. Stop, you don't deserve it. See what I mean, Mom? You're defending a violent piece of
I
shit.
am spitting you both up!
He's using violence in your
Go
defense.
upstairs so I can embarrass you some more. Go on! Go on! I want to embarrass you some more.
Tell that asshole to stop. No, you're fucking defending a violent piece of shit.
No, I am not.
Oh, yes, you are, Mom. Don't fucking lie to my face. You are defending a violent piece of shit. That doesn't mean you gotta use violence, asshole.
You can't just go.
No, Mom, I'm tired of the violence. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of you thinking violence is the answer. You want to
Hey, don't do that! Give that to me. Give it to me.
You get someone to stop using violence. I was sick of it with him. And you wonder why I wanted to disown all y'all and leave. It's because you're defending a violent.
Disown me.
You're defending a violent piece of shit.
No, you're
Yes, you are.
You see, it's funny because Sally's like, you know, disown me. Like, Chance knows that he can't. Chance will suck the life out of Sally's teat for as long as he possibly can. For as long as he possibly can. And, you know, if he ever does get a girlfriend again, or like something else, he'll suck the life out of them. And, you know, I just had a thought. Like, instead of the homeless arc, what would happen if, like, a bunch of trolls came and picked up Cyrax and let them live with him and let him live with them under the condition that he like provided them with content or something. And you know, I doubt it would last super long, but you know, it could be a possibility. I'm sure Chance would be desperate enough to not be on the streets.
Mom. He uses violence every time and I'm sick of it.
All right, I think we've seen enough of that. I think we kind of get the point.
He needs to knock it off.
I just want to get to the end. Alright, there's one more thing I want to check out.
I swear to God, I'll disown both you and him, and I'll find somewhere else to live. Because I'm tired of every time shit going down, he gets violent. Wow.
Wait, what did Ed say?
Because I'm tired of every time shit going down, he gets violent. Wow. Wow.
I have no idea what Ed said, but I guarantee it was probably something hilarious. Now, you see that? That, I believe, is a tactical move. Performative. Like, I'm sure he's genuinely upset, but you think he would want to avoid the embarrassment and have more reason for the trolls to make fun of him, but he can't help but be a victim and, like, be a victim for the internet so bad. Like, make no mistake, this whole internet thing is less about being a famous superstar and more about finding basically a single mom to feel sorry enough for Chance, so she'll take him in and like baby him, and he'll also have access to a child and like all the video games he wants. Like, I'm sure he's genuinely crying, but you know, you think He could have just held on to it for a few more seconds and turned off the stream, but no, he had to look right directly into the camera and start sniffling. Man.
If you think you're going to fool me or set...
Ooh, hang on. Before I move on to the next thing, shout out to Antimatter Morty. I love Antimatter Morty. But this is not what we're here to see. Morty, if you see this, buy Madame Morty a Lububu for me, or something. She deserves all the Lububus. Alright, there's something here I wanted to address. And when it comes to like Chance Wilkins' mentality and why I believe he's a danger.
Everything I have said and done has been warranted.
Everything, huh? Everything? Like, you sure? That's a pretty broad statement. It's a pretty big generalization.
Every little fucked up thing I have ever said and done.
Come on, today, Junior.
I have had to do out of pure necessity.
Everything. And, you know, I feel like that includes Blind Billy, that includes Grandma strangling, that includes everything. Absolutely everything. There's no morals, there's no limits. This is what happens when, you know, you just have, like, I gotta do what I gotta do in order to get as much enjoyment out of life as possible. And who cares about anyone else? This is like pure entitlement.
Out of pure self-defense. And it was shit that you and your two little boyfriends caused.
And how convenient is it that there's somebody to blame? You know, Chance needs the trolls. He needs all this negative attention. Because without the trolls or the bullies, Vitch, or whatever, then there's nobody to, like, pin all his deeds on. And, you know, he has to have that. And he's at the point to where even if it is completely his fault in the situation, for example, like with him yelling at Sally, that wasn't troll provoked. That nobody said, hey, Cyrax, Sally's a secret troll and she's drugging you and she's been sending us information about you for a really long time and you know, you gotta go take care of business. Nobody said that to him. And he just went off anyway.
Along with your other dead boyfriend, Marty.
It's a lot of boyfriends. And, you know, I think Cyrax is just kind of a bit sad because Marty was his boyfriend.
All that shit y'all did, that's what caused me to act out the way that I did.
Well, you know, I mean, then you're an animal. Then you're like a caged up animal. Your grandma locks you in your room. You have no self-control. You have no impulse control. You can't take any feedback. You can't take any criticism. You can't do anything except mindlessly just pin the blame on the other people. But, you know, you have a choice. Bad things happen to people all the time. And people still choose to kind of at least try to be good people in a world that's not necessarily good to them. And, you know, I'm sure the trolls definitely had something to do with Chance's life being ruined, but all they do is they just make comments and spread the word about Chance's actions. If he didn't do anything wrong, then they would have no ammunition to use against him. But because he's too narcissistic and egotistical to understand that and actually self-reflect, he's going to keep giving them ammunition.
because you guys would not leave me alone.
Diaper-eyed sniper.
Even after I told every single one of you motherfuckers to back off all those years ago, you still didn't do it.
And, you know, more people pop up, Chance. Like, you know, I'm here now. And even if I make one video on this and nothing more, you know, that's just one more person kind of, as you like to say, calling you out, bitch.
So if you think that you're going to win this shit, Southern Harlot, you're not. Because you have been bested at your own game. Of course, to people like me, it's not a game.
I mean, honestly, I think it is a game to him. Like, you know, I'm sure it's serious to him, but, you know, honestly, I think that getting a job would be more important in this situation than dealing with internet bullies. And, you know, I'm sure the trolls would harass him at his job. And, you know, that would just be a normal thing. But, you know, William Gloryhole said he would tell everyone not to mess with Chance if he got a job at McDonald's. And then I fully believe it. I fully believe if Chance did get a job at McDonald's and, like, threw some dollars Sally's way, or just have done literally anything instead of fight the trolls and kind of, like, you know, stop trying to get one over on the trolls. You know, his anger is like a cage. It just keeps him locked in place, and he can't move anywhere else because he needs the anger to feel safe. But at the same time, it's like so angry and spiteful. He just keeps making enemies, and, you know, I think at this point, it's basically made enemies with the whole world. And, like, I'm pretty sure that there's nobody more hated than Chance Wilkins in this moment in time. Pretty sure of it.
This shit that you have put me through has been nothing short of a living, hellish nightmare.
No fate but what we make. No fate but what we make. If you know, you know. Oh my.
Now, who do you think the courts are going to believe when they see all the video footage of you helping William and John? And trust me, there's plenty of it out there. What do you think the courts are going to see when they would say, when they have YouTube yank all those videos you privated? And trust me, the courts will do that.
Well, I mean, you know, it's also convenient that there's tons of video footage of, you know, you exploding Chance, you, like, saying words you shouldn't say, video evidence of you talking to people who you shouldn't talk to, and, you know, you could say things like, oh, that's not true, or I was blackmailed into admitting it, but, you know, there's no reason why anyone would admit to being a child enthusiast. You know, there's literally no reason why anyone would fess up to that. None at all. None. Unless if it were, like, you know, true. Anyway, I think that's enough for this part. We're gonna get to the finale. This one is about the upcoming pretend court case he has.
But after Thursday, I don't have to deal with you guys ever again.
His arms don't fully stretch forward.
So that's going to be good, which means I can move on with my...
He doesn't look real. He doesn't, like, I'm not trying to be mean about people's looks, but he just does not look like a person. You know, he looks like one of those 1900s drawings of what a coal miner would look like. Except the only difference is that coal miners were actually providing something of use to society.
My life, and I can get back to normal. And I can't wait because guess what? After Thursday, every single bad video about me is getting wiped off the internet.
Yeah, good luck with that, Chance. Now, there's one more bad video about you up there, isn't there? Best of luck to you. But, just look at him smile.
So that's gonna be good, which means I can move on with my life and I can get back to normal. And
Now, let me ask you something. What do you think the normal is for Chance Wilkins? You and I both know what his normal is. It's because there's so many eyes on him. It's why he's not living out his normal. And, you know, even then, he still slips up all the time. And I believe that Chance Wilkins is the result of tragedy, intergenerational child enthusiasm, placing your kid in front of the TV, telling them, oh yeah, sweetie, that's awesome, you're special and you're good at this, and you know, no matter what, this is what happens when you bail your child out of every situation and never really let them face an actual consequence. Make no mistake, if Cyrax like faced a consequence when he did what he did to blind Billy, he wouldn't probably be doing this right now. And, you know, honestly, I say probably because I'm not even sure. I think he was 23 at the time and in high school, so his brain might have already been a bit more developed. Well, as developed as it can be, you know, considering this fine specimen we're looking at. Oh yeah, finally, you know, Chance, if you ever find this video in the millions upon millions of videos of content about you, for whatever reason, if you find it, you know, if you agree to like have a fist fight with me and you win, I will not only give you money, but I will defend you from all the trolls. All the trolls. And if I win, I get nothing. But I get the satisfaction of beating you into the dirt in Minecraft. Of course. Alright. Well, I'm done being an internet tough guy. You know, I really, in all seriousness, I think the Akron PD needs to do something about him before he hurts somebody, especially because he already has. And if they keep refusing to do it and they keep putting it off, then it's just going to like explode into this big thing, and it's going to cause them way more problems because they just did not want to deal with it. I'm trying to branch out content and try to find my niche that works. I still plan on doing the boxing stuff. I might actually go to the gym, like an actual boxing gym. I'll play video games, of course. You know, if there's any critiques about the video, feel free to say them, because unlike Cyrax, I'm actually open for criticism, because I know I need criticism if I want to improve what I'm doing here. And, you know, as a small creator, if you could, like, leave a like or subscribe or leave a comment or something, that would really help me out a lot. And, you know, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make lolcow content a regular thing, because honestly, it kind of makes me a bit sad and gets me a bit riled up. But you know, maybe, I guess. Anyway, you know, thanks for watching, everyone. We're gonna put away this monster together, and I hope Akron PD does something about it, because I believe he's a genuine danger to himself and others. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.